Feeling the clouds all around me cover my mind. Feeling your hands close around me, ruin my life. And I watch bridges burn before my time. I won't let my world fall down in front of my eyes. Coming with the
That's weird. Okay, whatever, it's fixed now.
won't stop now, I can already taste it. Blood stains and impatience blow up now, no whole life wait. I was hoping you'd take my side. I won't let my world fall down in front of my eyes.
Never needed love, I beat to my own drum set. Step ahead, I manifest the path I haven't done yet. Been the bone collector, all depressed to my agenda. Shake the earth, engulf the wind with fire, moving like September. What you gonna do, call 5-0? Thought that you knew I'm a psycho. C-O-D, D-B-D, Death by Dobby, I know. Death follow your set though, high key, no I know. Best I know, spit flames everywhere I go. Have mercy, yeah, but why no? But I have a question, lend me your attention. I just need some depth on something, maybe you have failed to mention. Maybe if you think about it, you have led to my ascension. So I cleared out my itinerary to give this final lesson. I'll address it, broken unprecedented. Who better than me than to wrestle with it? This hate in my heart, but it's well cemented. Said it's warming the fire to nestle in it. I'm the best who did it, but you did it. Had a time for me. I don't wanna hear it, don't lie to me. Got a new day, Grim Reaper. Now I'm gonna earn that sight when I sweep them. Fuck what you saying, I don't need a brother anyway. In a different league, you can keep what you gonna say. Turn the page on your calendar, I do it any day. Hey, you talking shit, then load the flick, 'cause I am on the way. Told you boys I'm a killer. Either you with me or not, you can be the victim or be the villain. Choose who I'm clearing the block. By comparison, you're civilian or the million. You are the system, like you think we ignore the prison. Save all that talk for your bitch, I just kill 'em, kill 'em. Let me ask you a question, 'cause I'm just curious to know, not being passive aggressive. What was it? Was I not good enough? And look me in the eyes when you talk. You turn that fucking head again, I'll turn your body to chalk. 'Cause this redemption arc, you're on your path too shoddy to walk. Your excuses fall to pieces like my body when hot. Doesn't matter what you say, I still got bodies to drop. Wanna see you crumble way before I body you pile, yeah.
Clouds all around me cover my mind. Feeling your hands close around me, ruin my life. And I watch bridges burn before my time. I won't let my world fall down in front of my eyes. Coming with a blue flame, y'all. Eat wasted, won't stop now. I can already taste it. Blood stains and impatience blow up now. No whole life later. I was hoping you'd take my side. I won't let my world fall down in front of my eyes.
How the fuck is this already burnt? Alright. So I found out as of starting this stream that I mistitled my last stream, which might explain why people didn't pop in at like all, really. They're like, oh, art, wait, Phasma, what the fuck? What are you gonna do? Either way. So hopefully we will get this done today. Hopefully this will be the final session with this project. Let's get to it, shall we? We're gonna do a little bit of experimenting. We're gonna see if we can utilize the same methodology we were previously. But specifically doing the shading on a different layer and seeing if that still does what I want it to do. It seems to, more or less. Cool. That mitigates a lot of the risks involved with shading this way. I'm so happy that I had the forethought to fucking set up a hotkey for my... Honestly, doing it this way, it's probably going to take a lot less time because there's going to be a lot less fucking around. Yeah, setting up a hotkey for the shader was a fucking good move. It's definitely a good fucking move. Yeah, I shouldn't talk shit too much about time frames considering there's a lot to shade on this particular project. Right, yeah, this works way better. I should have been doing this the whole fucking time. God damn it. Hashtag brainless ass artist. It's funny because I could have like done this experiment early on in the initial fucking project, but just was like, ah, it worked fine, whatever. And then just moved on with my fucking day. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, there's a lot less fuckery doing it this way because we can have the color we're looking for it to fade to without it mingling with the other colors. Honestly, that works fucking awesome. Hell yeah. We can just do like all the little shades here and there that we want. That's awesome. I'm actually pretty happy that we thought to do this. Because that hopefully more or less guarantees that we're going to get this done in this session. I was a little worried about that, honestly. Because like, the buddy that I'm doing this for already paid me. I want to make sure I get it done within the appropriate amount of time. That way I'm not screwing myself out of money. Also making sure that like pricing is accurate in general, you know? I mean, I personally wouldn't be overly upset if I ended up going a little over time frame. Like, anything that would give my buddy more value for his money. Like, I wouldn't mind. I mean, dude paid me plenty. Also, like, I'm making a pretty fucking good commission on this. Glad I listened to my wife and boss on the commission fees idea that they had. Oh yeah. Given a good amount of nuance, I like that a lot. And so we're gonna just go through all the cups and then we're gonna do like just color segments, whatever's applicable, I think. I'm excited for the commissions to be done though, like, yeah, like I started back up specifically with the mindset of like, oh, I'm only gonna do commissions here and there, and then I get lined up with one big one and one little one, plus like a couple side projects someone else is asking me to do in my free time. It was it was a little bit frustrating, but at the same time, like I can't argue with getting paid, you know? It's literally the decision between, am I going to make money on my art, or am I going to focus on art that I want to make? I feel like it's a fucking internal struggle that most artists deal with. Not a lot, in general. And like, again, it's not like I mind doing commission work either. It's not something I dislike doing. I just, want to focus on my shit too. So I'm excited to have that time back to focus on my shit. Too big. Back to what we were doing. Hope everyone's weekend went well. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I got to try my first batch of mead finally. Not a ton of it, because most of it still has to sit and age, but I did set some aside specifically for me to try. And given that it's, not aged in the slightest and like freshly brewed, I'm pretty fucking happy with it. Very tasty. Almost too sweet. But it's like riding that line. It's a very sweet mead. And I guess when you think mead, it's honey wine. You expect mead to be sweet, but it's not necessarily sweet. Just like wines, meads can follow a wide range of flavor profiles. And a lot of people actually prefer drier meads, like something that would border on bitter almost, with just a real mild sweetness. I am not one of those people, personally. I definitely prefer it on the sweeter end. But I'm not opposed to dry, you know what I mean? I would have liked it to have maybe gone a little drier so that I could fine-tune the sweetness a little bit. But considering it's a first attempt, I'm very happy. And in approximately 2 months, we will be cracking open the bottles to see how they taste with some age in them. In the meantime, I have another batch that I'm going to be bottling, I think, this weekend. Because I remember reading that you want to avoid racking your mead too many times. And it's definitely done, it's definitely done fermenting, and I think it's done off-gassing, too, because it's got unless I give it, a good swirl, it's got a very neutral pressure in the water lock. But I'm pretty sure it's just about done degassing. I think we're gonna bottle that Saturday and give it some time to chill. I could be wrong, because there's a lot of sediment in the bottom still. There's a lot of sediment when I racked it. There's a pretty decent amount of sediment after having racked it as well, so I'm not sure what I want to do here. I'm kind of torn, honestly. was like, well, I guess it's not a huge deal, because like, even if it's not done like clarifying, it's not like I'm taking it to a fucking, it's not like I'm taking it to a state fair or some shit. It's not like I'm trying to sell it in a market. It's just a homebrew experiment where I, you know, decided I wanted to try and make some fucking booze. And if it's got sediment in the bottle, it's not the end of the world. It just means I gotta be gentle when I pour so I don't get that shit in the glass, you know? And we finally have enough F1 super chilies from our plants in the house and in the garden, to where I think it's about time that we're gonna try and do my wife's sauce idea. She wanted to do a peach sauce using the super chilies. It's looking like we have enough to do that, so maybe we'll get that cracking this weekend too. I guess that depends on like how much time we have. We do have family events this weekend that we have to attend, which requires, it's like a potluck, so we're gonna have to, you know, like prep food to bring with. On top of like, you know, trying to like keep up with house maintenance and shit. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't take super long to get that going though. Honestly, both the bottling and the ferment process, or setting up a ferment for the hot sauce, probably wouldn't take more than like an hour or so, if we're efficient with how we do our shit. Right? Yeah. I'm definitely excited to like free up another carboy and get another experiment going. Maybe we'll like make a fruit wine, or maybe we'll like get another vinegar ferment going. I was thinking about taking like some whiskey or something, like diluting it to get it at a low enough ABV to turn into vinegar. Because I mean, that's all you need for vinegar, is you need low grade alcohol. So you could take something like a hard liquor and like flash boil it, you know? Like what I did for my Lafroig sauce, my Lafroig pear sauce. You'd flash boil it and burn off the alcohol, and drop down the alcohol content by like a pretty decent amount. Granted, that's something I would want to do outside. Having done that inside already, that was fucking terrifying. Yeah, you don't really think about how tall flames made from a pot full of alcohol vapor is gonna get. And you know, you do that shit in your kitchen, and the next thing you know, you're standing in your kitchen, just dead ass in the middle of the kitchen with a pot full of fire that's like almost touching the ceiling. Questioning your decisions in life. These stupid nerds would take advantage. They all try to copy my style. They live in denial. I'm not talking niche shit is manic. They literally bite me, then turn around, talk shit, and act like they're dope. Holy shit, I can't stand it. Get off of my dick, bitch. Your favorite hero's still looking at me. I do it better than they do it ease, and you wonder why the people. The question then would be like, what liquor would you want to use for that particular ferment? Because like, on one hand, I feel like one of the best options would be like a high-end fucking alcohol. But that shit's expensive, and I don't really know if I want to turn that into vinegar versus just drink it. It's like, especially if it's a fucking scotch. Like, I've been poking around the liquor stores again lately just because I'm like made this commission money, and my friend who commissioned me specifically said I had to spend at least some of it on whiskey, which I'm not opposed to. So I was, you know, poking around the liquor store, being like, hey, what do we got? And I tend to gravitate towards scotch. I really like scotch. I like the general flavor profile of that type of whiskey. And I came to a realization now that I'm spending a decent chunk of my income on childcare. That being, I don't know if I can afford scotch anymore. Because shit's pricey. Like, even relatively low-end scotches are still like, I mean, I say low-end. Fairly standard grade scotches will reclassify that statement as, are like 40, 50 bucks. Low-end scotches are like 30. I did end up just saying fuck it and buying a bottle of Jura, which is one of the cheapest scotches out there. Before I go off on this tangent, the point being that I would probably end up using like one of my low-grade bottles. Like maybe we could try making a vinegar out of my fucking bottle of Yukon Jack that my coworker gave me. Cause like I can't figure out a drink using that tastes good. Maybe it would be good as a vinegar. It's exceedingly sweet. So I feel like having that sourness added to it would work fairly well. I feel like God when I'm out, all eyes on me. I see up on my dolly, can't nobody get in my league. Ready on 10 when I pull up, show up, deal with shit like Joe Bro, please. I'm sounding like a massacre, the amateur, best friend when I count 2, 3. I'm a click, they ready. Probably shrink my brush a wee bit here, huh? Yeah, back onto the tangent. So it was requested by by Fishy, the dude that commissioned me, that I spend some of my earnings on this on whiskey. And I decided, like, well, I'm trying to figure out whether or not there are cheaper scotches that I actually can enjoy, because I am 100% a fucking whiskey snob. Or I guess nerd, whiskey nerd. I'm not a douche about it. I don't like judge other people for their whiskey preferences. Although it does hurt my soul a bit when I see someone take like Happy Van Winkle and mix that shit with Diet Coke. That hurts me inside a little bit. But I'm not gonna call them out on it and be like, what the fuck are you doing, you goddamn idiot, you know? But so I decided to revisit the first scotch I ever bought, which is Jura 10-year? Yes, Jura 10-year. Which is usually like 40 bucks, was on sale for 35. Pretty good deal, honestly. We're gonna drop the smoothing down on the eraser. And the reason I revisited this is because I first bought this scotch when I wasn't a scotch drinker. I bought it back in a time in my life when my go-to drinking my drinking consisted of like very standard mixed drinks. Like we're talking like, you know, Jack and Coke, Captain and Dr. Pepper, not being particularly adventurous or anything, you know? And my first impressions of that particular bottle was straight bong water. Like it genuinely tasted to me at that time in my life like I had just taken my bong and just tilted that shit back and taken a big old swig. It was absolutely heinous. Now that I have established a palate that can handle most Scotch whiskeys, figured why not give it another chance? Maybe our opinion has changed. And honestly, it has. While it's not especially fantastic, it's... Oop. Like, I wouldn't go so far as to call it a great whiskey, a great Scotch. It's respectable, especially for 35 bucks. Like, come on. It definitely doesn't taste like bong water to me anymore, at any rate. Oh, am I on the wrong? Fuck, I'm on the wrong layer. I should lock this. That explains a significant amount, actually. Hold up. Yes. Yes. Thought something was up. It's not a huge difference. It's a very light color. I should probably have gone with a darker shade of blue, but I feel like that's definitely much more noticeable in general.
Time, I'm a god like Cronus. I'm a mooder, and I stay ferocious. Watching prey so hopeless as my prey approaches. Leave 'em maimed and broken as the pain is potent. I manipulate my puppets, I don't need hypnosis. Leave 'em breathless, like it's tuberculosis. I don't need no motors, leave 'em deophobic. And the Jojo poses, give 'em scoliosis. Blade sting, yellow jacket, all gold. Ferris casket, sink ships like the Titanic. Leave you dripping red.
What was it going on about now? The whiskey? Probably. It sounds like me.
Prime, rapping a drip so fine, like Hatsune Miku, the world is mine. We weight bodies like vacuuming, blow you away like a cacuin. Control them like mannequins, watching in panic and steamrolling people know that's human trafficking. Murdering puppies, but Jonathan's weak. He ain't got nothing on John Wick. Feel like a shepherd and you and my sheep. Better bow down to your god, bitch. I control the world. Guess who's in control?
Yeah, kind of interesting seeing how drastically your opinion of something can change after you've had some experience with it over time. Something like whiskey. Like something that I found absolutely just repulsive like 10 years ago. Yeah, no, about 10 years ago, because I legally bought that bottle myself. So I would have been 21 or 22. I actually found fairly pleasant and was able to have a few glasses without any issue. Now, as a more experienced whiskey enthusiast,
I control the world. Guess who's in control?
I think we're gonna hold off on this chunk until we get the rest of these done. It looks like it's gonna be tedious and bullshitty. Also, just as like a quick side note here, if we do finish this up before the 2-hour mark, we are just gonna call the stream. I'm coming, like, there's a cold going through the house, and I honestly am not feeling 100%. So, like, if I am allowed the opportunity to go to bed a little early today, I'm gonna take that opportunity. Honestly, I can't bitch too much, though. I'm not going through it nearly as bad as Julie is. She's got it pretty fucking rough today. Although she says she's feeling better, comparatively. That being said, I have no idea if I'm gonna, like, finish this anywhere close to that 2-hour mark or 3-hour, like, we're going until we get this done. I just don't know when it's gonna be done. Is the shading like noticeable enough? Am I tripping? It feels well, you can see it in the cups. It feels much more subtle in like these little bits here. Just until you get like good and close. No, we'll keep going and see what happens. I think we need to go a little smaller with our smudge brush here. We'll make these like edges a little thicker, I think. See how that goes. Definitely think this will be less subtle than the other sections we've done so far, at any rate. Oh yeah. Maybe we'll throw some quick lines up here, just kind of like follow the trails. Don't really think that needs shading since it's already shading there. I do think we could do something with the pink though. Have it or to do like a fade, I think. Let's see how this looks before we, wrong one. Before we continue on with this idea. Redundant delinquent GLWX. Cheap viewers on Streambo. Likely ban evader. Ban evader, huh? Funny since you're banned, bitch. And like, if I wanted to pay for fucking viewers, I would have done that 7 years ago. Like, viewers that I haven't gotten organically, I don't fucking need. Like, honestly, I don't. Like, honestly, I don't really. Viewers aren't that big of a deal to me in the first place. Like, it's nice to have viewers. But I get by just fine without viewers as well. I don't mind just talking into the void. No. I think that actually looks pretty good. I'm digging it. I'm gonna do that with the rest of this. Here we have a solid like segment at the outline. I guess I can't say that I don't really worry that much about like it's not a huge priority. If it was a huge priority in my life, I would be spending way more time like advertising the stream, trying to be like proactive in garnering viewership, shit like that. I would be posting to socials much more regularly. I kind of approach this shit with a mentality of like, as long as it doesn't fuck with my mental health continuing to do this, then I'm gonna keep doing it. But I can't say it's not a little disheartening when you stream for like 3 hours and then like you end stream and you have 1 to 2 viewers or no viewers for that matter. It's a little disheartening. It's a little disappointing. But it's also not the end of the fucking world, you know what I mean? Especially, certainly not enough of a fucking, like, certainly not enough of an issue for me to go, I need to buy viewers. I need to go to a website and pay someone money to send people to my channel. Like, definitely not that much of a fucking disheartening thing.
mankind with a landmine, cause I'm damn right and I can't die. I'm a standby, use my hand signs on the sand tribe. Loading, explosion, I'm owning and closing the Katakage. Approaching and goading and blowing them up sky high, kamikaze. Detonation, innovation, ready and getting impatient. Preparation, application, causing the disintegrations. You bother me, insult my pottery.
Okay,
When
some
you're so
cheek
shallow,
bones.
battle me, you'll mess your face up like a Pablo Picasso. Hard as an explosion and I do it to the maximum. I never make mistakes, I keep making happy accidents. I'm scoring my victory, trickery, missing me, clay clones can't catch me. This my ability to live with these injuries, rolling with the Akatsuki.
Puppetry master, I cannot clash you faster. Look at your body, disaster. I've achieved perfection. I'm immortal under planks and plaster. Marionettes are bringing you death, huh? Watching you losing your breath. I can confess, one of the best. Next, I'll be removing your head. Grandma Chio, she ain't nothing but just a preachy hag. Don't be mad, I have had to grow up without mom and dad. Sick or stumbling, never malfunction, encompassing powers emerge. Forms, think you can wonder and you will be suffering under the strength of the third Lord.
Everybody knows I'm the sickest virtuoso. Itachi of the Sharingan, foes moving slow-mo. Throw my shuriken with both eyes closed, that's a low blow. Even Orochimaru wants my body, no homo. All you think is funny when my bro is in a chokehold? All I see is blood when I start the manga Kyoto. Thinking you can pierce my armor, that's a Susa no-no. Take your whole fam, me and Toby kill him solo. Spitting this fireball, keeps and makes water while this flow is more than data is entire. Hot thinking you know me, but this would have been my fist. I you seeing double and trying to fight him. I'll sending these quotes to you cause you be down while I'll just be chilling. Tsukiyomi, your mind is gone. A shinobi unseen, I don't like applause. Kisame.
Let's tone down that.
Monster. Jinchuriki power now combined with Same Hada.
We'll tone down that saturation a little bit.
Sword in hand and makes me one of 7. I'm a menace and I'll kill for you cause I like the pain. Arranging assassination, I'm making sure that they're slain. I never wanted to leave him alive, but Itachi was holding me back. Swinging a sword that'll bite when I slice and you'll never be given a chance. Fight back, but I know you can. Don't got a plan, but I'm sure I'll win. Akatsuki is my motivation, holding the world in our hands. The sea, not the land, you straight up a slant. Hidden and Mr. Predictable, man. Never made friends, killed all of them. If I had a chance, then I'd do it again.
Once upon a time in a village that's hidden, picture him on his knees praying to the Jashin. A hooded madman with gray hair. Understand, I'll swallow the blood of your next of kin. I'll prepare and beware and be scared as you feel the tiny hairs on the bear of your neck. Stand up, feel me drag your body to the Akatsuki lair, to the boss who's chilling in the chair now. Even if you go to decapitate me, I'll still be talking reckless about the ugly puzzled expressions on your faces. Could careless about the money, I do it for religion. Envision me giggling like a little girl at your funeral.
These black threads grab next, snap. Next opponent to be trapped within the web will have the last death. Failed the mission for my village and now they all want me gone. So I'm here living as a killer with hit and we form the zombie combo. Stitched up like the monster of Frankenstein. Not a nip tuck, these scars are my battle lines. My rampant anger causes tremors like I slammed an anchor, and I fix up any single wound without a bandage plaster. Foes are feeble, blows are lethal, flinging limbs and fire winds. Now your chance of living's thinner than a sewing needle. Quick outburst of the earthquake fear, my enemies that I hurt cry tears. Rage is risen, gonna burn my peers, body parts coming off that I hurl like spears.
Bringing the pen with my almighty push. Step into me, then you're gonna get shook. Making some noise in the village, I'm making a killing. Now everyone's about to get shushed. Brothers starting 6, they had some crew. Did your riot dirty when a student came to jump you? Piercings on our face, red hair, yeah, we all the squad. If you're a believer, then you might want to pray up to your God. Wanna see just what I'm all about? I'm about my peace, so the lever's getting taken out. Ain't nobody gonna take out the Akatsuki. That's Jiraiya's pupil, are we trained to Uzumaki? Got me thinking that he's gotta catch a fate on sight. This will be a cemetery on this very fatal night.
Paper is like a tsunami, folding just like origami. Power that's taking down armies. Dance with the Shikigami, you can't harm me. The results for you will be quite painful. Paper wings, I'm taking things when breaking in like angels. Blowing you up with explosive tags, showing you up with a motive, plan of action. This my faction, don't be brash and fighting me, Kanan. Intelligence irrelevant, my mind will set the precedent. It's evident, you're missing the point of all my benevolence.
Obito, Sasuke,
Fuck have I been rambling about? I don't even remember something about. Oh yeah, we got a view bot. I was like, spend money, bitch. I ain't got money, bitch. Eat dicks.
I'm the better half. Shido couldn't be Sarada. Mayfly switch. Now I'm screaming sayonara. Hey guys,
I do need to like I'm a little torn, honestly, on like because I mentioned like
I don't really do that much.
trying to treat this with more of a lax mentality. Like, because you know, I used to post drawings every single day. They weren't great drawings by any means. Looking back at them now, like they were actually pretty fucking subpar. It definitely suffered from the lack of attention, with more of a focus on just putting out a post every single day, right? Like, I do think there is a benefit to being less focused on getting shit out there constantly versus just doing what I'm doing, right? It's also just a bit of a fucking like issue with like I just kind of struggle with keeping up with that now. I don't know if it's burnout or if it's just me being like I have a second kid now and I got a wife and fucking like grown up fucking adult problems and shit to worry about. It just seems like a much more daunting task in general now, honestly, to keep up with that shit. Like, I'm still putting out content periodically, it's just not to the same degree that it used to be. I'm kind of torn between worrying about that or just doing what I'm doing, and like, cause you know, like, for example, I have that plan to make the tarot deck set, like the custom art tarot set that I want to make, like, and try to monetize that by like seeing if, you know, like some woo-woo shops in the local area or something would be interested in purchasing and selling those. Stuff like that. You know, that's something that could potentially down the road be a means of monetization. I think it is kind of an issue of the what the fuck do they call it, the grind set mentality or whatever. Like, you know, you're told in order to achieve any semblance of success online in your creative endeavors, you have to be on point, you have to constantly be advertising yourself, you have to put in effort, a lot of effort, you have to grind, you have to legitimately grind. And the issue there is that also takes away from the enjoyment, the passion, it takes away from the love of the craft that you started doing. If you can't enjoy the thing you started doing and wanting to share with the world because it was something you loved in the first place, if you grind to the point of ruining something like that for yourself, is it worth it? Is that something that you really want to, like, do? It just seems ill-advised, in my opinion. I don't know. Why would you... I suppose if what you make is good enough to garner attention, you shouldn't need to put in the amount of effort and pain into it that could potentially ruin your passion for that thing. That makes sense? Or am I just talking out of my ass? I suppose that's not necessarily the case for everybody. I suppose that initial drive that I had to like be putting shit out constantly did drive me to become a better artist in general. But as I got better as an artist, it started taking more and more time to put out art that I was happy with. And I'm not trying to I'm not trying to put out a subpar product for the sake of having something to put out, you know what I mean? I guess is where I'm at with it currently. Case in point, these tarot card modifications have taken me something around like 16 hours of work, I think. Yeah, I was gonna be charging Fishy 165. He paid me a little more than that, which was very kind of him. So with a $20 initial commission fee plus $10 an hour, that's 140, so 14 hours, yeah. This will have taken me approximately 14 hours to complete. Granted, like, I know there are artists out there that can just grind out masterworks in like a couple hours. I'm not that dude though. Maybe I will be down the road. I'm not there currently, and you know, I did some research on that, but you know, I was curious if there's like a certain technique people utilize, or if I'm being inefficient about my artwork. I think I am being a little inefficient overall, but I'm improving there, you know. It kind of just comes down to practice and experience, according to the majority of people. You know, there's a chance that down the road I will be able to do that as well, but right now that's not the case, and if people don't want to wait, then they don't need my art, you know? I mean, heck, when I got my emotes commissioned, because I don't know if I don't think he's still streaming. I don't see him online ever. He's more focused on like his. I see him on TikTok a lot, and he's posting a lot of content relating to exercise and fitness, which is really cool. Dude's name was Granacci. I don't know if he's still on Twitch. I don't know if he does any Twitch related stuff anymore, but he's a fantastic artist, and I wanted to commission him to do my emails because I've seen the work he does, and I didn't care how long it took. I gladly, it took like I think almost 2 months to get it back too, and you can see them in my emails if you're on my channel and you're paying for a subscription. They're really well done. It was more than worth the wait. I think setting aside a desire for instant gratification is important when commissioning art. But I can't expect that same mentality out of everyone, you know?
Multi-million-dollar mansion that I live in, sipping some exquisite wine, lobster tail fresh out the kitchen. But I've been thinking I ain't satisfied with all the riches. Things are different. I feel a part of me is missing because there is no invitation to the game of beatings. This is the ultimate slap in the face. I'm angered deeply. They call me up if they need a filler. That's how they treat me. They added Jigglypuffin again, but said no Waluigi. They just released it, definitely going to go ballistic. Big mistake, ixnaying the slender purple villain. Alert civilians. I lurk in buildings, disturbing millions. I hurt your feelings and curse the children, my smirk is chilling. They underestimated me from the get-up. Remember, they never thought I was a threat when I stepped in Mario Tennis. Jump in a sling pod, travel speed at the highest level. Bust through the ground like a giant worm from the tremors. Just let me chug the rest of my Merlot. Limber up with some Tybo. Practice swing with the racket. Loosening up my elbow, time to put them on death row. Guess who confronts me first? It's Pac-Man. So I laughed and whacked him back to the retro. Made me vanish like I was Houdini. You can't select me, so I'm stepping freely. There's not a soul who can out-compete me. Yo, what's your deal with Waluigi? I was a trophy, now I'm trophy winning. I'm making racket cause I'll come and swing it. Nigga, they took me out cause I'm about to bring it. What's your deal with Waluigi? Me gunner, you gonna gun me down. Me sword fighter, you gonna cut me out. Pit, I consider it a myth that you can bow and arrow a shot. I make you black out like Mr. Game & Watch. Donkey Kong, who let you out your prey to the zoo? Big for nothing monkey, I tranquilize you just with my shoe. Incineroar, I insist that you sit before you get torched. Oh hey Wario, I like you but today you get war, that's for sure. R.O.B. Be effective when I hit that control or delete. Even if all of you team, I'm down to brawl and defeat. I never made the list, so now I gotta blow off some steam. Man, this is easy. Easy peasy, Robin Squeezy. Nest was levitating, so I leveled him and left him leaking. Bowser Jr. bit my ankle like a chihuahua. I was about to squash his body till the shadow came over top me. It was his father, big bad Bowser in the flesh. Tried to take me out with fire flames coming from his breath. I said, hell nah, you turtle lizard dinosaur bitch. Gave him a 10 punch and stomped on his dinosaur kid.
He got squished.
Ryu, you'll die, dude. Ken, you'll die too. Stop looking at Dr. Mario. He cannot revive you. Lucario, I'm sorry, bro. The energy in your aura low. Hang on. Did I just get spit on by Mario?
What's your view with one? An advantage like I was Houdini. You can't select me, so I'm stepping freely. There's not a soul who can out-compete me. Yo, what's your deal with Waluigi? I was a trophy, now I'm trophy winning. I'm making racket cause I'm coming swinging. They took me out cause I'm about to bring it. What's your deal with Waluigi?
Dynamic entry, leap from the sky and I dive like I'm Genji. Power of youth, yeah, I'm good for my 20s. 64 pumps even faster than Edgy. I'm a green beast like Beast Boy. I keep on grinding like Meat Boy. Now that you're facing the Leaf Boy, charging head fast like I'm Leroy. What about me? Adding him to my casualty, striking him like a tablery battle. I hit him rapidly, I dazzle gleaming battleties attacking me. I pro screen, the time to beat a crying whip, Kakashi, me, that's rivalry. Aaron Gannett, nothing toe to toe. He's gonna face defeat. My eyesight like his BK letters, cause they always face the feet. Bowl cut, no lousy, my head won't be empty. I'm fearless like Jet Li, I'm Coke, you're like Pepsi. Side time is nothing when I'm doing pushes 100 a second, my top speed. You keep on bluffing when
I
I'm
think I'm
on a
happy
run,
with
my
that
legacy's
layout
living
for the
in
shading there.
broccoli. Start the opening,
Gonna go to
on a
do the
tag
fill-in.
life. Feel it flowing, the energy
And once the
coming
shading's
back.
in, we're gonna throw some
It's a
highlights
fact
in.
of life. You will not survive. Push my limits. One of us is
Gonna do that on a
die.
separate layer as well.
Wonder when I take my final breath. 8 gates open, now I'm toe to toe with death.
My God with a taijutsu. Really wanna fight, kicks fly through you. Do you really wanna die? Cause my punch is precise. Wanna face my strikes, then you guys Goku. Ain't no debate. I had to work to be great. Nothing was given to me. I had to grind every day. Breaking through all of my gates. The power I gained wasn't free. Think he a god, I don't follow him. When I break the 8 gates, I demolish him. Listen, you don't wanna brawl. I beat him down the same way I did moderate. Shadow with a dance and leave. Your man's is free. Don't really wanna dance with me. I am a beast. Can kill with his hands and feet. I cripple any and everybody that stand to me. Like, I cannot picture me losing. I was made in the image of Bruce Lee. The guy with the mightiest punch. Now push for a battle, you're done. I am not talking to Matrix when I tell you I am the one. I go night guy, you go night night. When I move, just know that the battle is won.
Start the opening, going in on attack like feel it flowing, the energy coming back then. It's a fact of life, you will not survive. Push my limits, one of us is gonna die. Filled with wonder when I take my final breath. 8 gates open, now I'm toe to toe with death.
I do like it does add a certain amount of nuance. Just throwing in a little bit of shading here and there. Honestly, I probably could have gone ahead and added textures too, but I didn't want to push it. Like this, I was told to make the classic cards look like the classic cards with like hints of the streamer's aesthetic and mingled in it. That's what we opted to do. Wonder if the wifey's watching or not. Probably not. She's dealing with the kids. Which I sincerely appreciate her doing so. I was fully ready to postpone this stream just for the sake of like getting the kids taken care of and making sure she was taken care of. But she said it was fine. I double checked a couple times actually.
Fred looked back like, I don't want beef, I just want to solve crimes and some mysteries, please. We roll up to the first house, go to the step and a dude bursts out. And he started murdering, this isn't gonna work out. There's a dude killing everybody, put in work now. I walked up, swag, no gimmick. Said I'ma count to 3 and go in it. Anybody left in here will get finished.
Let's give this a save. It's been we haven't saved this entire time, that's not great. Bad habit.
I said if you're feeling froggy, then Lily. He ran at me with a blade and he swung, hit me in the chest and then broke it once. This is when he realized he messed up and I swung.
Do we add like a gradient to the backdrop? I don't think we need to.
Hit me with a Venmo. Then I saw my phone and saw another request to defend the home. We hopped in the van, ran up. Then I saw a purple man stand up. He said, I'm jibbing. Ain't nobody messing with me, especially with a whack goatee. Then I snapped, you wanna run that back? Whack goatee shouldn't have done that. Then the anger creeped inside, and with that, power level start to rise. I felt the jump up to 8%, then every step I took, it would make a dent. Earthquakes when I move, it would blaze a trail, and the news said 10 on the Richter scale. But I couldn't calm down, and I just kept climbing. 10%, 15, I'm trying. Then he said, sorry, should've laid low. Then I said, sorry, it's too late, bro. By this time, breath would form tornadoes, and I hit him with the ground was down volcanoes. And I hit him and it burned them out, so they know anybody coming at
Starting to mingle into other shading chunks. Don't want to do that.
Didn't realize it was his last ever. Saw my hand shoot out, hit me in the jaw. A single drop of blood fell when he saw. I laughed it off, then repaid in kind. 1 shot, 2 shots, whoops, broke his spine. Then I cocked back with a manly voice. At that point, all anybody heard was voice.
I'm trying to be more light-handed when I do this shit too. Like, I notice I'm like shaking my monitors and my mic every which way. Not exactly ideal, you know? And it's also, you know, it's straining my hand, and we want to avoid that as best we can, given that my hands are already in pretty fucking rough shape. Especially for an artist that's only 32 fucking years old, bro. If I want to keep doing this for a prolonged period of time, I gotta take better care of my hands for sure. Or I guess become well acquainted with painkillers. I don't know. I try to avoid those as best I can. Like, ibuprofen fucks up your liver pretty hard. And stronger stuff is way too dangerous in general. Just addiction-wise. I definitely don't want to fucking develop an opioid addiction. Like, hey, I don't make enough money for that shit. And be like, I got kids and a wife to take care of. I can't be fucking having any sort of like life-altering addictions. That's actually why, like, we're not drinking today on stream. That's kind of become a routine these days, which is not ideal. Not a huge deal, but not great, you know? So, I decided we were going to take a dry week. Just to make sure there's no unwanted habits developing. And so far, so good. We're on day 2 of sobriety from alcohol this week, and not having any withdrawal symptoms. Not having any, like, mood swings or anything outside of, like, what would be, you know... I mean, I can't even really call them mood swings, it's just side effects of dealing with a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, or 2-year-old, 1.5-year-old who are both very fucking independent and opinionated. I think we're good. I think we're good on that front. No alcoholism here. Granted, I don't know. The world's like The world is weird about that shit, because, like, I live in Wisconsin. We don't consider daily drinking alcoholism in general. Whereas, like, other places in the country and the world would 100% call that alcoholism and, like, a problem. Like, I don't know. It's not affecting your life in any negative fashion. And you're able to stop when you need to / want to. I'd say that's fine, right? I feel like that's reasonable. People get really fucking weird about substances too online, like okay, so there's like a ban going on in Wisconsin right now for vape products, right? Which I'm not happy about. I vape, obviously. You see me do it every stream. I have a fairly hefty nicotine addiction. But I wouldn't qualify that as life-altering. At least not currently. We'll see what my lungs are like in fucking 20 years. Well, like, you know, I went on the Wisconsin subreddit to see what the status of that was currently, because I heard chatter that there was like a lawsuit going on about it and stuff. And like, people get really fucking like just holier than thou when it comes to substances. Like, good God. Like, why you just not use cancer-causing products, bro? Why do you need it, bro? Like, why is this such a huge deal? And it's like, I mean, setting aside the obvious factor of, like, we live in a fucking dystopian hellscape that is getting worse by the day. Thank you, capitalism. That, like, people might want something to cope with that, right? Why are we trying to fully ban shit that people use to cope when regulation is obviously the answer to any of those issues? Is like, fucking regulate, not fucking, not prohibition, regulation. Fucking full prohibition has always led to black market sales of the product prohibited, with zero, like, little to no regulation whatsoever, and it is significantly more dangerous for all involved, and is harder to keep track of by the government because it's unregulated, so they're like, it's all underground. It's a fucking stupid mentality to just be like, we should just ban this shit. And beyond that point, even, how is it okay to ban a product that, like, yeah, it's not super well regulated, but like, the majority of studies show it to be not like horrifically bad for you, just moderately bad for you, and yet products like cigarettes, cigars, chew, pipe tobacco, all the same chemical, all with decades upon decades upon decades of study showing that it is absolutely horrific for your body, especially with all of the fucking chemicals and pesticides and bullshit, like literal poisons added into the already addictive chemical product. Those are fine. But these people online, like, these folks in this fucking, these posts that I was looking at, don't give a fuck about that. They're too busy looking down on people that are just trying to cope with existence, you know what I mean? It's very frustrating. Like, sure, if you don't have an addiction, or you don't have a fucking thing that you use to cope with life, and you can just raw dog existence like some kind of fucking psychopath, good for you. Proud of you. Don't be a dick. I hear my daughter screaming, and I don't know why. I'm assuming because she's not allowed in the kitchen or something. That's usually why she's crying.
I know what you're thinking, I'm a delinquent. You're a cut class, but I'm not bad. Bringing impeccable logic, I got it all up in my cranium. And now my will for victory is stronger than titanium. I was betrayed by my teachers, it was not fair, so I don't care either. Dealer, card from the hand of fate. When a teacher appears, I can assassinate. Battle with trickery, hitting quickly.
We throw some shading in this area, just like some rough fucking patches of shading. I think we should. I think we should throw some fucking chunks of shading in here just for shiggles.
I'm gonna kill my teacher by the end of the year.
Thrill of the kill as the clock ticks down. I'm getting chills, it's the final round. I've got a plan of action and it's all set to go. I'm feeling no compassion when I get in the zone. Da-da-dum, 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 da-da-dum.
You got a job, now I'm up to the task. My intellect
Just
is
a little something to add some variation back there, I think. Yeah. Nothing major, just some swashes.
We as a class of the skills we can make it. Now I have failed, I know how to prevail, so I sail through the ceiling up high when I break it. Training assassination, I'm facing all my creatures. Lay with the foundation of patience, just like the geezer. I said I meant to let you raise in case I wouldn't beat you, but in time of graduation, broken my
Yeah, alrighty, that helps break it up a bit.
Hit it and I pop that armor. I'm the main course when you're done with your starters. Everybody get what they deserve, that's karma.
Thrill of the kill as the clock ticks down. I'm getting chills, it's the final round. I've got a plan of action and it's all set to go. I'm feeling no compassion when I get in the zone. Da-da-dum, 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 da-da-dum.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Honestly, on that front, I still, on the fucking topic of, like, regulation versus prohibition, I honestly think, like, that should just be the case with everything, is, like, people are gonna do what they want to fucking do. I think it's kind of stupid to be like, hey, no, you just straight up, no, we're not gonna let you legally have this, but also, like, we're not gonna do anything to ensure that this thing that you're 100% still gonna seek out and, like, get a hold of by whatever means that you deem necessary, we're not gonna do anything to ensure that that's, like, actually a quality product or da-da-da-da-da, you know what I mean? 100%, I think, like within reason, like, I'm not saying, maybe, honestly, feel like a drug addict is gonna do drugs, right? People are gonna want to experiment. People are gonna always be curious about, like, new fucking things and ways to get fucked up. That's just a thing with people in general, is like, sure, there are plenty of people that have never done anything like that, but that's not who we're talking about. We're talking about the people that are, like, going to do that shit, because, like, there are, like, those are two different types of people, you know? Like, there's one type of person that doesn't touch any of that shit and is perfectly fine just raw dogging life, which I dub them psychopaths personally, but hey, to each your own, whatever. And there's gonna be people that just enjoy seeking out means of getting fucked up. Even people that, like, never had habits like that and never had that tendency, like, there's plenty of stories of people, like, getting injured, for example, and being prescribed the medication, and then, like, going down that fucking route of just going fully off the rails.
left their mental exhausted. Bet they bet he a monster, especially great to be honest. Clapping them all around like applause you get from an audience. Don't go capping, boogie woogie finna total clap him. Sooty hoodie when the smoke on catch it. Goody goody and they don't know what happened. Put a rookie in the dojo casket, finna box him up when eyes is on they block.
So I think like the best option is to just have that shit legally available in a safe environment with like regulation to ensure it's not mixed with bullshit that's gonna fucking kill you. Like,
I might just peel the skin off a sheet. I might just clap, you can't run it back. You might get
alongside, say,
I might dap you up, depend what you need. For females I see, you better
readily available institutions that would allow for help if, say, your chosen intoxicant of choice becomes a problem, aka rehab. I also think that needs to be destigmatized in general, because that's a huge part of like the dangers of like drug use currently, is that people that develop an addiction to a given drug don't feel like it's a hugely stigmatized thing, where it's seen as a moral failing developing an addiction like that. So people don't seek help, they just fucking suffer in silence until their addiction gets the better of them physically or mentally or both. Which is fucking sad. Super fucking sad. Like, there's so many needless losses of human life that stem just from people being told by society that like their problems are just nothing more than a moral failing. And we have the same mentality about fucking homeless people here. I don't know about the rest of the world, but like 100% there is a demographic in America specifically that unironically views homelessness as a fucking choice versus a systemic failing.
Just got one question. Oh, you better answer correct. What's your taste? And don't fake. That little question says everything they know about you. No way. Just got one question. Oh, you better answer correct. What's your taste?
I think is fucked up. It's like, you know, you bring up helping homeless people, and there's a fairly significant amount of the population here that'll be like, oh, well, they're just drug addicts, oh, they're just lazy, oh, they just don't want to work. Like, no. I mean, with everything in life, like, certainly there are certain cases where that might be the case. That's not... That's a percentage, not a that's like a 1-digit to like low 2-digit percentile versus what they make it seem like, which is just a universal fact. I don't think it should be. I don't think it should be seen as a moral failing when life fucks you. And even if it is like a mistake, like a personal mistake, not like a circumstantial problem, like, sure, let's say fucking Joe Schmo spent all of his money on gambling and lost his fucking house to like debt and shit like that. Like, yeah, that's not good. That's pretty fucking bad. That's poor decision making for sure. But like, is that a moral failing? I don't think it's a moral failing. I think it's a moment of weakness in someone's life that they can learn from, given the opportunity to do so.
your backside. Have good loyalty, protect the friends of my own kind. Have good love for me, attracted someone your own size. They didn't like to see you fall in love with you and smile. Special demons, man, it ain't no thing. Having hatch mad plans to see them falling.
Hey, we all fuck up sooner or later in life. Should that define us as like an immoral piece of shit? Or can we just look at that and go, yeah, I fucked up, I learned, I'm better now. Oh, got me on this. Oh yeah, the fucking thing with the vape ban. Jesus Christ, talking about a tangent train.
I see you think you're a trophy, so hang it above my mantle. The power you fulfill me, it got you at a standstill. Looks can be deceiving, now you know I'm far from fragile. All that confidence you had, easy to cancel. Release the mage from a cage, and then you gotta enrage. You wanna talk about age? Well, I like playing this game, so when I take you away, you know I have much to gain. Entered my domain, you'll get used to the pain. Should've stayed in your lane, cause now I'm picking your brain. While others stalk off his chain, I got the knowledge to reign. No slang done in vain, you better remember the name. Everybody's top main, as a queen with no shame.
Leave my bro, but didn't mean to retaliate. Banished from my home, death was creeping right along the way, alone inside a barrel. I was what they were scared of. The joint of Chief Merlin, we murking who wants to tear up. I'm so thug, I would pop you when the blaze lights. That means you'll get the guns when it shifts to daytime. I'm a power roaring like a lion. Don't even try to fight when Escanor gets to slice it. A human deity, smashing right through your dignity. You stupid trying to play with me. I'm hurting these enemies endlessly. You think you pick up a knife in the spite, then try to swing at me? Seriously, is that all you got? What a pity.
You might tone this one down a little bit.
Lights, camera, action. Another day interaction. All being fashion actor, rack up YouTuber reactions. Apparently it's the fashion to be lacking in compassion. Require a guy to balance and then
I don't know. Also, maybe I mean it's also a non-zero chance with all this rambling that like I'm just a jaded fuck. That feels like the situation and the system that I was born into without my fucking consent is rigged against us as like lower to middle class people, and the bar required to be hopped over to overcome that situation is damn near unjumpable. And honestly, sometimes even when you do everything right, do everything you were told to fucking do, the world just still fucks you. And then that same world looks at you and goes, this is your fault, fuck you. I think that's kind of fucked, you know? I mean, sure, that's a significant oversimplification of matters, but I'm not trying to sit here on stream and break down every possible scenario for the sake of a fucking argument with the void. I need to remember to blink. Holy shit, my eyes are burning.
It's hard to organize a terminal velocity. We won't stand for being hurted for your novelty. Stranded in a technicolor rubble purgatory. Another gun.
Hell yeah, that looks awesome. Digging it. I also might be a smidge salty because of the current situation with our childcare thing. Like, we had to struggle hard to find something that was within our means. Now, a lot of people would say, well, why did you fucking do that? Why did you go and have a kid if you couldn't fucking hack it monetarily? We had plans in place. We had we thought we could hack it with like help from others and shit. And all of those plans, all those like safety nets that we had established all fell apart, all went to shit. And we were left basically twiddling our thumbs going, well, fuck, how do we do this now? Because we can't really afford this, and the kid's already here. We can't put her back. That's not how that works. And then we're told, like, then people have the gall to look at us and say, like, oh, well, you just don't want to pay, you just don't want to pay for childcare. You just don't want to go about it the way that you're supposed to. Oh, you're fucking lazy. You're bad parents. Blah, 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 blah. Like, just real shitty comments, you know? I mean, even our own government had the gall when asked about, like, the administration, the current administration had the gall to, like, when asked what they thought about, like, potentially helping people with children out to be able to afford childcare, because that is a known issue in this nation. They had the gall to be like, well, why don't you just ask grandma and grandpa for help? Why don't you ask relatives? Like, maybe the relatives aren't willing to fucking help. Maybe grandma and grandpa are A, physically incapable, or B, just giant douchebags. Or both. Maybe we shouldn't have to rely on elderly family members to watch our fucking kids when we are the wealthiest nation in the fucking planet. Maybe we could take some of that vast wealth and make the lives of our citizens a little better. But no, that's unthinkable. That's crazy. We got too many bombs to build. Got too many billionaires to fucking give tax breaks to. So yeah, I'm a bit salty. Just a smidge. Just a little bit. Like, shit's looking okay now. Not holding my breath there. The world has, if nothing, the world has taught me to expect disaster and fuckery at every turn. Hey, we got there. It's not easy. Not fun. Parenting isn't expected to be fun. But, like, it's rough. Apparently the only reason we're able to afford the comparably very cheap childcare that we were able to find is through the utilization of public services, charity services like the food pantry. Because these kids eat like it's going out of fucking style. Hi, Fishy! Goddamn, 54 months. Love from the UK. Welcome from the UK, Fishy. How you enjoying your vacation, dude? I'm almost done. 2 a.m.? Oh, Jesus Christ. Lots of walking? Ah, yeah. Yeah, we're just about done here. I'm just getting the highlights put in. Leg is hurt? Yeah. That makes sense. Honestly, we might just go with white here. Beat destroy, yeah, I feel that. My job has me. I'm currently the dude on cutting duty for the stencils right now, because the dude that normally does that is out glamping. And this is the most walking I've done at work in a hot minute. And it's got it. I think I fucked my feet up a little bit because I wasn't really thinking about that while I was doing all the walking. And I think I gave myself a mild case of plantar fasciitis. I'm a little salty on that front. because we were told that we might be getting overtime, but they go exclusively off of like numbers and don't really look at context of said numbers. Oh, fuck. Sleep adjustment be brutal. Is that why you're up at 2 a.m.? Because your body's like, we should be awake right now, and you're like, no, it's fucking late as shit. Stop it.
Longest guitar solo ever. Show 'em how we doing heaven. Yeah.
Woke up, passed out at 7, woke up at 11. Ooh. That jet lag's a bitch. Yeah, walking around today was a little rough. I got like a stabbing pain in like the dead center of my fucking heel. I had to Google it and be like, what did I do? And the internet was like, good job, fucker, you screwed up your tendon. You have to be... Wait, you have schedules? I thought you were on vacation. Oh, for the stuff you got booked? Okay. That's pretty early for having shit booked, though. I don't know. When I go on vacation, I don't plan to do shit until, like, past noon. Going to Oxford? Oh, neat. Hell yeah, dude. I hope one day to eventually have enough money to take a trip through Scotland. I want to hit up all the distilleries. That's my vacation goal. Like, I would love to just experience that, like, experience the tour, go through the distilleries that make my favorite scotches, maybe get some fucking bottles straight from the source, and then try to figure out how to bring that back to America. Most of this shit there closes at like 5. Oh. They all on that first shift bullshit. Rough. Well, I hope you don't sleep through your alarm, dude. To the British Museum? Nice. All the stolen shit? Yeah. Oh, the Rosetta Stone? Oh, hell yeah. How big is it? Always wondered about that. Never bothered to look it up. Saw Mummy and the Greek and Roman stuff? Heck yeah. Awesome. A decent sized stone, kind of a midge. Kind of midge. A mid. Not impressive. Ah. It's just like, ooh, weird rock. Alright, anyways. Yeah, that's fair. I just thought it, like, I've always found that particular artifact to be kind of fascinating. But yeah, I would probably look at it for about 30 seconds and be like, sweet, alright, what else? Alright, I got the highlights and everything but the cups. British Museum only had one small room dedicated to the Americas. They're totally not salty. Eh. Oh, sick. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking everything here costs goddamn money. That's why we don't leave the house that much anymore. Trying to find shit for the kids to do outside of the house is a bitch. I have a car that was used. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Also, the British Museum and many of the okay, we saw that one. Went to the British Museum in the morning, and then you did the Imperial War Museum this afternoon. They had a car that was using car bombing against the display. That is really cool. Oh yeah.
My family shouldn't have to give the life. No, I won't fight fair. Fuck everybody, fuck everything.
I don't know how long you've been lurking, Fish, but you missed me ranting about the system for about, I don't know, probably 20 minutes. To just no one, just avoid. How cheap was the booze? I'm very curious. How are the prices on shit there in general, actually? Like, is it an affordable vacation for someone who doesn't make a bunch of money? £7, so about $10. Oof. Oh, you're in London. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. You'd not be able to afford a box on the corner. £1 is... Oh yeah, it's more expensive there for us now. It used to be Americans could go to Europe and live pretty fucking well for a bit. Now if we want shit to be cheap, we gotta go to like Southeast Asia. And it's really cheap if you can deal with the racism. I mean, I don't really talk to people, so I could probably deal with that pretty well. Hydrate? Oh shit, I don't think I have a drink anywhere near me. 1 second. Go find one. I know I got some water in this room somewhere.
Fuck everybody, fuck everything.
Yeah, no, my personal like dream vacation is a fucking just based off of my like, you know, hobbies and shit. I would love to go on a vacation to like, yeah, Scotland. I want to go to Scotland. Scotland and or Ireland. Do a fucking distillery tour. Go see the sights. Go see if I can outdrink the locals. Yeah, I suppose, like, another potential I was thinking about was like a, was like an art like a vacation to see like old artworks, like an art history vacation kind of dilly. I ever go to places that have like really good food, like fucking Italy or France. Only Europeans that actually want to drink with us are the... Yeah, one of my favorite stories from a buddy of mine who frequently vacations in like, well, all over the place. He travels a lot, actually. One of my favorite stories from him was he went to Norway and was just hanging out, drinking with people at a bar. And he was going, you know, drink for drink with them. And they're like, where the fuck are you from? Most Americans can't hang. And he was like, Wisconsin. And they just immediately like, oh, okay. My main concern is like, in vacationing abroad, honestly, it would be like preconceived notions about Americans in general. And we don't have a particularly great reputation as tourists. I mean, we don't have a great reputation in general, but like especially as tourists. You say Isle and they're like, huh? And then I'm like, Midwest. And they're like, oh, we gotta stop drinking now.
Go ahead, take a little money, it ain't no sweat. You gon' make it back with some more bread. Probably have another by yourself, a little Rolex. You can make the money up with no stress. Picking your back for pennies, that's go tag. Don't you wanna have your mom getting more red? All that money just waiting, dog, go fed. Yo, put a little more. She will never know. And we don't fall, feel it, we so close. Maybe one more chip.
I hear my wife yelling. I feel like the kids are being a pain in the ass.
Not the one who owe, not the one who called. They know your phone. We can bring that all, we can bring that home. Shit. We just gotta double down.
Although if I did visit the UK, I would have to go visit Shin for sure. You should sleep. Alright, buddy. Yeah, rest up. You got me up early. Hope you enjoy your vacation, homie. I think someone's getting a bath. I wonder if someone had an accident. I hope not. I hope my wife isn't regretting my offer to postpone the stream. Looking good. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. We're almost done. Probably be done right around the 2-hour mark. Being a little bit overzealous with the scribbles on this cup, but I feel like it'll turn out okay. We'll add a little bit of variation, I think.
I won't even live for me, but die for you. Stand with me, but walk with the rival crew. Been living existence, a literal sedative. Maybe this just what I needed to get a grip. Life been a horror flick, time and I headed it. Crop out my demons, the heathen, the head of this. Never been them, you were always my nemesis. Snake in the grass, and it's time that I shed the skin. Don't need a box, but I walk on the premises. Maybe I walk to the life that I never lived.
What's up, Josh? How you doing? How are things? How did the interview go? There we go. I don't know if you were there for the conversation earlier with Fishy, but it just occurred to me how much of a fucking alcoholic it makes me sound like. Having like one of my dream vacations being going to fucking Scotland or Ireland to tour distilleries. I swear I'm not an alcoholic, I just love whiskey in like an enthusiast way. Oh, passed out for like 40 minutes watching NXT, but went good. Didn't get the position you wanted because of experience, but in a position to easily move up to it, so nice. There's Julie. How are the kids doing? I heard yelling. Are you okay? Amelia didn't want to clean? Well, then he shouldn't make a giant fucking mess. she got you there. She did marry me. And this is not a polyamorous household, I'm sorry to say. We're gonna add just a little bit of a gradient down at the bottom here, I think. Hey, I'm sorry I don't swing that way, Josh. There you go. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Hell yeah. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're done. Let's export it and look at it at size. Is the width. Let's take a look, see.
2 pennies, which one won?
Hell yeah. We'll zoom in and do a downward scroll.
Claiming he's better, one from the future claiming he's terror. Not up to me, the choice it is yours. Fear it is locked, who opens your doors? Either way, death is certain. Penny or penny, or closing your curtains. Hey there, bucko, original OG checking in. Don't pretend like you don't know me. I'm a menace.
I like how Chad starts wilding out at the end of the fucking stream. Love it.
Then hit him with a shovel. Got it all wrong, all brawn, all muscle. Make him think that you want to snuggle, then guzzle every single bounce of the blood, really so supple. Use the clown gig.
This has been a solid end to a fairly fucking stressful starting day. Oh my god. I've been doing okay with traffic lately, but Jesus Christ, the last like 2 weeks has been just a nightmare. Okay. Like this morning, I was legitimately considering the legality and likelihood of me getting caught of just pit maneuvering someone off the road.
Not up to me, the choice it is yours. Fear it is locked, who opens your doors? Either way, death is certain. Penny your penny or closing your curtains.
That's why you're trying to find you a Latina. I don't know how to help there. I found my Latina on fucking Bumble.
Don't need to act on a joke to provoke. Remember Georgie, white yellow coat? I traded his arm for the chance at a boat. I am the past, you're not even scary. I am the fear that has swallowed following daring. Camp on the sidelines, make balloon animals while I try to fit this kid in my mandibles. Not even relevant, keep your advice. You're even a joke in this rap battle, Christ. I'm taking this thing to new heights, so look for the sequel. I'm doing this twice, so that's how it is. You figured this out? I've eaten more kids than you'll fit in your mouth. Lesbian clown shit honor my presence. Your fear it is rising with every sentence. Listen, you hack, I'll give you a present. Come in real close, cause shouting's unpleasant. There you go, Penny, I've got a surprise. Now look at the light while I eat you alive. 2 pennies, which one won? Both 2 clowns with an itch undone. One from the past, claiming he's better. One from the future, claiming he's terror. Not up to me, the choice it is yours. Fear it is locked, 2 open shit.
The only Latinas she knows and hangs out with, they're taken. Oh, one's not taken, but she's in her 50s and lives in Washington now.
One from the future, claiming he's terror. Not up to me, the choice it is yours. Fear it is locked, 2 open your doors. Either way, death is certain. Penny or closing your curtains.
I can never remember how I did this. I think I did 95, 95, left that at 25. Take a look. I was gonna say Milwaukee might be the move. Oh, maybe it was 95, 6.
Good. Yo, who you gon' call? The 8. Yo, who you gon' call? The 8. Hey, talk is cheap, your words they couldn't make $1 burst. I stay ahead of them. How? Cause I try to hearse. I'm on my grind with it shine like it's fireworks. I burn it down, girl. Why? That's how fireworks. I make infernal sweat, got everyone on high alert. Metal in my hand, fly bys like an iron bird. I ain't talking straps, but my foot it is a silencer. So when I let it go, you best believe it has the final word. Roll call. Listen, my road dogs ain't missing. Head now was blocks, they hidden. And when they stream it, they clipping.
We're gonna open up the other ones. Let's see what. Just trying to get a grasp of like how rough the line work is.
I got this, I got that. If you slip, you get clapped. Feel his lips, it gets smacked. Arthur, run it back. You're saying something strange, it's in your neighborhood. If you can see the flames, then you know it's good. Yo, who you gon' call? The 8. Yo, who you gon' call? The 8. If there's something weird, when they in your town, you see the flames building. Boy, you know we down, tell me now, who you gon' call? The 8. Yo, who you gon' call? The 8. Whoever said the truth will set you free is stupid. Some are weak, it haunts them up until the day they lose it. Well, that ain't me, I had to find it cause I'm brandishing his bruises. I keep hearing
I think I'm happy with that.
you already use it, no escape. I hear these demons deep inside of me, they're angered by the hate. They made me mother killer, now that pain is painted on my face. I lost my family, and now these accusations on my plate. But did they call me mother killer when they needed to be saved? And now my family's the 8. The wind blows and we sway.
I still think Milwaukee is the move, but if you don't want a trashy girl, then hang out in the bougie neighborhoods. Did I not expand this last time?
It's in your neighborhood. If you can see the flames, then you know it's good. Yo, who you gon' call? The 8. Yo, who you gon' call? The 8. If there's something weird, when they in your town, you see the flames building. Boy, you know we down. Tell me now, who you gon' call? The 8. Yo, who you gon' call? The 8.
Okay. Eh. Okay. Think we good. Think we good. Now to figure out how to send these to Fishy, because I'm pretty sure these file sizes are insane. Yeah, these are... The EPS files are like fucking way over the megabyte limit for Discord. Oh, I know. I'll send him a link to Google Drives. There we go. We'll just hang out and chat while I get that situated. Go to intermission here. Don't need y'all seeing my Google Drive contents. Actually, this might fuck on the stream quality. Doing this, not 100% sure, but yeah, we're just gonna grab all the JPEGs and EPS files, run that shit, and we'll see how my stream does while this is happening. Well, we're not dropping frames, so that's good. Okay, that's one commission done, one more to go, and then moving on to personal art projects indefinitely. Cheers. And I swear I just changed this coil like less than a week ago. I guess that's what I get for manually keeping it above 80. But it's an 80 to 90 watt coil. I don't understand why it's fucking on me. Bullshit. Bullshit, I say. That's happening. Let's head over to Twitch and see who's live and doing stuff. We'll find someone to raid. Lots of people. Who haven't we raided in a while? Hey, Devil's live. We haven't said hi to them. Vivaldo, haven't said hi to them. Russ is live. Let's say hi to Russ. It's been a minute. It's all uploaded. Looks like it. Beauteous. Gonna put these all into a folder. Fish stuff. Alright. Going to manage the anyone with a link, copy link, over to Fishy's DMs. Hopefully that didn't wake him up because he was just talking about going to bed and it's 2:30 a.m. where he's at. Alright, get a raid going. We're going to raid Mr. Russ. He's still live. Here he is. Looks like he's been live for 30 seconds. Perfect. Looks like our boy is playing Warframe. At 28 minutes. Alright. Much love and appreciation, y'all. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the art. We'll be live again Thursday, assuming nothing goes wrong in life, as it tends to do these days. Playing Dark Souls 2 and continuing our journey in that, trying to get back to where we were. I have not done any off-stream grinding like I was planning to, so might be a little bit of a shit show, but we'll see. Alright. Starting right now, dismissing the ad. Hope y'all have a lovely rest of your evening. Let us raid.